Hey guys, it's your best boxing friends. I'm Kelsey. This is Rachel. Rachel, it was announced today that Canelo Alvarez will indeed move up to face WBO light heavyweight champion Sergey Kovalev in a battle of the ages.
Yay!
Literally, because they're two different ages.
Okay.
All right. They're pretty much always two different ages. But just situationally speaking, Canelo is still young and in his prime, and Kovalev has seen his best days behind him, it appears. But I will say in his last fight, Kovalev still has a legitimate world title around his waist. He looks like a legitimate world title holder. And Canelo Alvarez has never really faced a legitimate 175-pound threat. He's going to do that when he fights Kovalev.
Well, this is kind of related to our silly video the other day about Regis Prograis fighting Derek Chisora, and our question being, well, when does size matter? You know, because it doesn't always matter in boxing.
Right.
And so I feel like, this being a more reasonable matchup, it's interesting because the last time we talked about Canelo and Kovalev, some people really are like, Canelo, being as skilled as he is, well, they feel like he'll easily win the day, but other people are like, man, Kovalev is just too big. Like, this isn't going to work.
I will say that usually if your argument is so-and-so is just too big, that's a bad argument. I've used that argument before and it never works because what happens is...
Well, in this case, it wouldn't. That's not the only asset that Kovalev has. It's like, so you have two really good fighters. I'm just saying Canelo is, out of the two, pound for pound, is more skilled.
Yeah, it would have to be in addition to Kovalev's great jab, his excellent boxing from a distance, his good footwork. Oh, and he's also bigger. It will be interesting to see Canelo Alvarez because against Gennady Golovkin in those two fights, Golovkin, who has one of the best jabs in boxing, hit Alvarez a lot with his jab. Kovalev has one of the best jabs in boxing too, and he actually knocked his last opponent out with that jab. Now that guy was super tired, but still, strong, hard jab from a lot bigger fighter. It's going to be interesting to see how that fight plays out. I can't wait to see it, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing. Yeah, Canelo could stay in his division, clean it out, and do stuff. But I also feel like that I've seen Canelo do enough that it's kind of fun to see him go out of his weight class. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody expected, when you first came to me with the news that he might fight Kovalev, I was like, what? This is completely unnecessary.
Yeah, no, he is truly, and he has been from the beginning. It's why he fought Floyd Mayweather Jr. when he was only 20. He just turned 23. It's why he fought Erislandy Lara when nobody wanted him to fight Erislandy Lara except Lara and boxing fans. His promoter didn't want him to do it. It wasn't a smart move, and it's why that he moved up from 154 pounds or 155 pounds if you're into the catchweight stuff. He was kind of fighting there a lot. To fight Gennady Golovkin at 160, I'll say this about moving up to 175 to face Sergey Kovalev. I'd much rather see Canelo versus Kovalev than Canelo versus Golovkin 3. To me, this is a much more compelling, intriguing fight.
Yeah.
If anything, because I've not seen it before.
Yeah. No, yeah. I agree. Yeah, there's nothing to disagree about that. I think that I can't, unless you're a big fan of Golovkin, then I don't see anybody disagreeing with that.
Yeah. Quick odds check on the fight. I didn't see any U.S. bookmakers with odds posted for the fight yet, but overseas it's minus. I'm going to convert it to American for you. It's minus 500 for Canelo, the favorite, around plus 350, I think, for Sergey Kovalev. Canelo in this fight is a little bigger favorite than I thought he would be because Kovalev is a lot better fighter than maybe he's been given credit for. I think when people see the losses to Andre Ward, they forget that in the first fight, Kovalev probably deserved that decision. They forget that. They forget that Kovalev knocked Ward down in one of the opening rounds, and they probably should have. He barely lost that fight.
That said,
then in the second fight, another thing they forget is that if you go back and watch the fight, the blows that Andre Ward did hit Kovalev, and I believe that Andre Ward was on fight, they did stray a little low. So I'm saying that the optics of it were he just lost twice to Andre Ward. Well, he lost one and a half times to Andre Ward, one of the best fighters in recent history.
I think Kovalev, it looks a lot different as a fighter than he did when he fought Andre Ward. So that would be my only thing, is I think he has clearly aged as a fighter since then, that there has been some amount of decline.
Yeah, no, he's definitely declined since his prime. I just don't know how much he's declined. And we talked about this a little bit.
Right, where you talked about, like, because this has been scheduled right after his last
this might
fight,
be awesome for Kovalev.
he is going to continue being in training camp.
He probably stayed in training the whole time because they knew that
instead of taking a break, where some fighters stay in shape like all the time, 24/7, other fighters do not. And what you had surmised is that Kovalev is one of those fighters that in between fights goes into a period of decline and rest.
Yeah, I'm just saying, this isn't a walkover for Canelo Alvarez. It's far from it. It's going to be a competitive fight. You know what else is a great thing in the world today? Real Talk with Kelsey and Rachel. We like to think of Real Talk as the Canelo versus Kovalev of YouTube boxing shows. We're obviously very competitive with, I don't know, just like, comment, and subscribe. I got nothing for you. Just like, comment, and subscribe.